Over 60, vegetables can help or hurt. Today I count down 4 to limit and 4 to enjoy. Most of us think all vegetables are always healthy, but age, medicines, and kidneys can change the story. I am Drew Mercer. This is AgeStrong. I built this channel after seeing my dad lose strength and confidence. I wanted calm, evidence, and safety first. A national review found about 70% of adults over 60 take at least one heart or kidney medication. That matters for choices like potassium, sodium, and canned linings. Quick safety note before we start: if you live with kidney disease, take ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics, or you use Warfarin. Please talk with your clinician before changing foods. Keep vitamin K intake steady if you are on Warfarin. I hear a lot of bold claims online. I read one arthritis forum post where a member cut nightshades and felt better. That is a lived story, not proof. So we went to journals, national institutes, and trusted foundations to check the facts. Speed tip for later: how you cook a vegetable can raise or lower its impact. Ready? We will count down 4 to avoid, then 4 to eat daily. First, a starchy staple hides a secret risk. Are there any veggies you love that might surprise you today? Number 4 to avoid, we have corn. Corn seems harmless. It is sweet, familiar, and all over the dinner table. But corn is mostly starch. Its glycemic index sits around 50 to 60. That means it can nudge blood sugar higher than you expect, then drop it. For some older adults, that drop feels like an afternoon crash. Here is the other concern. Most field corn in the United States is sprayed with herbicides like glyphosate. Reviews in toxicology journals report glyphosate can increase gut permeability in animals. Human data are mixed and still debated. But when a food is both starchy and heavily sprayed, I think portion size and source matter more with age. If blood sugar is a worry, keep portions small and pair corn with protein and fat. Choose fresh or frozen whole kernels over chips. If you can, look for organic or tested low-residue brands. One more context note: non-organic fields can be treated at rates around 2.5 kilograms per hectare near harvest. That speaks to exposure potential, not guaranteed harm. My take is simple: enjoy corn on occasion, but do not build meals around it. Number 3 is even more surprising and might be sitting in your pantry tonight. Number 3 to avoid: canned tomatoes. Tomatoes at dinner sound healthy, but acidic tomato sauces often sit in cans with liners that can leach BPA. In a small trial reported by a major magazine, eating canned soup for 5 days pushed urinary BPA to more than 1,000% above baseline. Other studies link higher BPA exposure with higher blood pressure. That is a real concern for seniors working to manage hypertension. Now, the internet also blames nightshade vegetables for joint pain. Tomatoes are a nightshade. Here is what arthritis experts say. Typical servings of tomatoes are not proven to inflame joints in humans. Some individuals may notice a flare, and that lived experience matters. But large reviews do not show a clear, direct cause. So what do we do with this? I suggest using jarred or boxed tomato products labeled BPA-free, or simply choose fresh tomatoes. If you feel achy after tomato sauces, try a 2-week pause, then retest and track. We are not villainizing tomatoes. We are reducing avoidable chemical exposure in a food you may eat often. Cans can be convenient, but labels and choices matter more with age. Next up, a comfort food that can spike your blood sugar sky high. Number 2 to avoid: white potatoes. Mashed potatoes feel like a warm hug, but that hug can come with a blood sugar roller coaster. Boiled white potatoes score around 75 to 82 on the glycemic index. That means a fast rise and a fast crash. Many of my clients tell me they feel sleepy after a big potato side. There is a simple swap. Long-boiled sweet potatoes often land in the 40s to low 60s for glycemic index. That flatter curve can feel steadier. Also, a helpful cooking trick: cook your potatoes, chill them, then reheat. That forms more resistant starch. Resistant starch is a type of fiber that slows the sugar surge. Pair potatoes with protein, greens, and healthy fat to blunt spikes. About toxins, you may hear about solanine in potato skins. In edible potatoes, levels are very low, and cooking reduces it further. So the real issue for most people is starch speed, not poison. Aim for small portions or swap half for non-starchy veggies like cauliflower mash. Comfort can still fit your plan with a few smart tweaks. Our number 1 to avoid may surprise you because it often hides in your salad bowl. Number 1 to avoid: spinach, but only for some. Spinach is packed with nutrients. It is also a potassium powerhouse. Raw spinach gives about 558 milligrams of potassium per 100 grams. 1 cup cooked can give roughly 1,062 milligrams. If you have kidney disease or take ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics, your team may cap daily potassium near 3,000 milligrams. A few big spinach servings could push you close. Spinach is also high in oxalate. Oxalate can bind calcium in the gut. For most people without a history of stones, strict oxalate cuts are not needed. Kidney specialists suggest limiting oxalate only if your urine tests show it is high. Practical steps help. Boiling spinach and draining the water can lower oxalate. Pair spinach with a calcium source like tofu or dairy to bind oxalate in the meal. One more safety note, spinach is rich in vitamin K. If you use Warfarin, keep your K intake steady and coordinate with your clinician. I still enjoy small amounts in mixed greens, but context matters with age and meds. If this is helpful, tap subscribe and save this video to try later. Now, let us flip it to 4 vegetables to enjoy daily. Number 4 to eat. Inulin-rich vegetables. Think garlic, onions, leeks, and Jerusalem artichokes. Inulin is a soluble fiber. Fiber is the part of plants your body does not digest. Inulin travels to your colon. There, friendly bacteria ferment it and grow. Studies in humans show prebiotic fibers can boost bifidobacteria by roughly half. Those good bugs make short-chain fatty acids that calm inflammation and support the gut lining. A healthy gut also talks to your brain. Early trials in older adults suggest prebiotics can nudge memory and mood in a positive direction. One small study found inulin improved recall scores in seniors. That is promising and practical. Start low and go slow, because gas can happen at first. Try a clove of garlic in dinner or a few slices of leek in soup. If you are sensitive to FODMAPs or have IBS, loop in your clinician and test tiny amounts. I like to saute onions with greens and eggs. It is simple and tasty. Feed your gut, and your gut may feed your brain. Next up, the purple antioxidant punch I want you to see on your plate this week. Number 3, to eat red cabbage, also called purple cabbage. Those deep colors signal anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are plant pigments with antioxidant power. Lab and animal studies show purple plants can reduce gut inflammation and help seal the gut barrier. Human studies link higher anthocyanin intake with lower inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein. One 8-week trial of anthocyanin-rich foods reported about a 15% drop in interleukin-6, another inflammation marker in older adults. Red cabbage also brings vitamin C and fiber. That helps immune health and regularity. I see clients light up when they realize how easy this is. Shred it raw into slaw with olive oil and lemon. Add a spoon of sauerkraut for a probiotic twist. Quick sauté works too, but keep it bright and a bit crunchy to preserve nutrients. Color is your cue. When your plate looks like a rainbow, you usually hit more protective compounds. In simple terms, red cabbage helps calm the internal fire of aging. This is a low-cost, high-benefit ad. Up next, the green family that supports bones and muscles every single day. Number 2, to eat dark leafy greens. Think kale, collards, chard, and broccoli. These greens are rich in vitamin K, calcium, and magnesium. Vitamin K helps activate osteocalcin. Osteocalcin is a protein that locks calcium into bone. Observational studies link higher vitamin K intake with better bone density and fewer fractures as we age. Adults over 51 need about 120 micrograms of vitamin K daily. Just 1 cup of raw kale gives roughly 547 micrograms of K1. That is a big boost. Greens also bring magnesium and potassium, which help muscles contract and relax. Quick safety note. If you use Warfarin, keep your vitamin K intake steady and work with your care team. The goal is consistency, not avoidance. Practical ideas help. Massage raw kale with olive oil and lemon. Add a handful of chopped greens to soups, stews, or omelets. Fat helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like K. Strong bones and steady legs mean more independence. That is the point. Finally, the spicy little green that acts like a cell shield. Number 1 to eat watercress. Meet a peppery green that punches far above its size. Antioxidants are cell protectors. Watercress is loaded with vitamin C, vitamin E, and carotenoids, plus unique plant compounds. In antioxidant rankings, watercress scores roughly 9,000 units per serving, much higher than many common greens. Small human trials show watercress can lower markers of oxidative stress and even reduce DNA damage markers. One study in adults eating about 100 grams daily for 12 weeks showed clear improvements in antioxidant status. For seniors, that means better cellular defense and support for heart and vessel health. The taste is like mild arugula. It shines raw. Toss it into salads, pile it on eggs, slide it into sandwiches, or finish soups with a handful. You do not need much. Even 1 to 2 ounces can help your daily intake. Practical and budget-friendly, Watercress is a fast way to raise your antioxidant baseline. We have now covered all 8 vegetables, the traps, and the helpers. Let us bring it home with one clear next step and a gentle plan you can use this week. We just named 4 vegetables some seniors may limit and 4 to enjoy most days. The big lesson is context. With age, medicines, and kidney changes, the same vegetable can help or hinder. Spinach pushed potassium higher, while red cabbage and watercress brought antioxidants that calm inflammation and protect cells. Reality beats expectations. None of these foods are poison, but smarter choices help you feel steady and strong. Here is your next step. Pick one swap for this week. Try jarred or boxed tomato products labeled BPA-free. Swap half your mashed potatoes for cauliflower. Add a red cabbage slaw to dinner. Toss watercress on your eggs. Then notice how you feel. And talk with your clinician if you have kidney disease, use ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics, or take Warfarin. Grab the printable checklist in the description to keep these 8 veggies straight. This video is education, not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider. If this helped, please subscribe to AgeStrong and share this with a friend who cooks for a senior. Thanks for watching. Which vegetable will you try first or discuss with your doctor and why?